We are live and in person.
Check, check.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hi, 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 hi.
Hello, friends.
Friends and neighbors, one and all. Joshua says, hello, fellow podcast enthusiasts.
Hello, friends.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
All right, let's get this party started. What do you say?
Let's do it.
It's good
Let's
to
do
see you, Shell. No, we have not made koozies yet. Anna, Joshua,
Kimberly, Elkie, Clyde. Gosh, we got a bunch of y'all right early at the beginning. Holy crap!
That was some good old Fern.
Yeah, it was.
From the record Departure.
They took me seriously when I posted, better get here early. Look at this. We got a whole classroom full right now. This is great. Fantastic.
Oh, so how are you? How are we? How are we doing?
How we doing? We doing good?
How'd we do better this week?
Ooh, I hear a theme coming on. Oh my God.
No. Whatevs. No.
How did you do better?
I do not have an answer to that yet. I think I did better at a couple things. I went and bought Terra coffee grounds before I went to work this morning.
Yes, because we were out of coffee for a couple of days, and I was getting grumpy. I was getting very grumpy. I never get grumpy, really. I don't. Nice coif, Fritz.
Look at that coif.
Hi, Jared. How are you, bud? Yeah, your coif is primo. Look at that. Look how tall it is now. Dang.
Look at that shit.
Look at that. What do you call that hairstyle?
I have no idea.
He's going to create his own style. Who gives a shit?
I have not worried about how my hair looks since I was 16 years old.
Since you were 16. Oh my gosh, there's something in your hair. Hang on. It's like a fly or something. There. Got rid of that little goober. Anyway.
No coffee bad.
That's
very bad.
Right. Coming from the Audio Roast podcast host. Yeah, no coffee is very, very bad.
Jared Isaacs, good to see you.
Yep. Don King.
It's my Don King dude. That's right.
Don King. That's what Mark says. All right.
Just thought I would start off with, hey, last couple days we got to squeak out a little bit of time to head up to the old...
Hi, Lisa.
It's actually... I got to stay focused.
Yeah, it was like what?
I go back and forth. Mm-hmm. I look like Grandma Dan, whose first name was Dolores.
Jared says, you look like Grandma Dan, whose first name is Dolores. Dolores Fritz. Am I missing something? Or is he making a new funny?
I don't know. I think I'm not familiar with hashtag Dolores Fritz.
And Joshua says, hey, just like you to be looking at Dan's coif.
That's exactly right. Quit looking at my coif, Jared.
Quit looking at my coif. Hey, Chet.
What's up, Chet Smith?
Yes. So what were you saying? We had a moment to squeeze out.
We snuck up to a little town that's right outside of St. Clair, Missouri, called Lawndale.
I think it's Lonedale.
Lawndale.
Anyway.
Okay, Lawndale. My brother's got a place up there, and he's in town, and we got to go see him, which was kind of fun. But what I was going to say is, while we were there, sitting around the fire in Lawndale, Missouri, right beside a frozen lake.
Yeah.
It was actually 65 degrees out, and the lake was still 4 inches thick of ice, which was kind of cool.
It was really cool.
We busted out some Betancourt wine.
Yes, we did. 2 bottles of it. By God.
We enjoyed the lemon and the new pink Moscato.
New pink Moscato was the bomb. It was my favorite. It's my favorite so far, you guys.
We put them down. It was great. We had a good time, so we appreciate that.
Yes, definitely.
From you guys. I did not steal those 2 bottles. I earned them.
Earned every one of them. We're going to have to pay back. Jared says, by the way, he said, look, it says you look like my grandma.
Oh, I got you.
We both didn't read.
He also said, Fern banner down, Mrs. Producer.
Oh, thank you very much for noticing that. It always takes me about 5 minutes to get that shit off of there. Damn it.
Oh, God.
Crap. Thanks, Mr. Podcast Enthusiast. Fuck yeah, thank you.
Fern banner down.
See, this
Mrs.
is the kind
Producer.
of thing you used to send me, Jared. You used to send me private messages like, hey, this is going in. Now you're just broadcasting it. Everybody knows I fucked up.
He likes to make us look stupid.
It was so funny. I was listening to the Audio Roast podcast episode last week while I was at the shop. and I just had my headphones on, so I couldn't watch the video or anything. But it was just Jared and Joshua just kind of rapping, doing some talking shop and stuff like that. And they were picking on us hard the whole show. And so
as their show was falling apart technically and nothing was working.
Right.
You mean that show?
That show where it started out bad.
Where not 2 minutes went by without some kind of a crash or a freeze.
That's right.
Lisa says coming up next in the agenda is cranberry and then raspberry.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. I will enjoy that. And it's good for the bladder. So anyway. Jared says he'll PM from now on. Sorry. Love you bunches. I'm being funny. You can do it. What the hell? It's all good.
It's a joke, man.
Yes.
Let's have some fun.
So
it's
Sunday,
Thursday night. I want to do some laughing
and having a good time. That's what the show's for,
we
darling.
kid because we love. That's the same as us.
We absolutely love. So during their whole show, they were just dogging, like in a funny way, in a roasty way. It was great. It was really funny. And so they finally said, "Oh, what was it that they actually said that I said I heard that? Oh, they said they were going to come by and steal some of our T-shirts." And then hold them for ransom. And like, oh, you think we can do that? Because we're over there all the time and blah, blah, blah. We'll just grab those shirts. And I just wrote, I heard that. And they were like, oh, shit, didn't know she was here.
Well, and you're mostly referencing the fact that the story is out that apparently I stole Jenky's wine, a.k.a. Shane Jennings.
Right.
That was given to him for his birthday during Jenky Fest.
Yeah.
When I got up and did a guest appearance. But the fact of the matter is I still don't know for sure if I stole it or if somebody accidentally put it in the wrong bag.
That's right. There was so much shit backstage, everybody's costumes and dress and everything. And so we just came home and we had this bottle of wine in the bag. It's like,
so I didn't necessarily grab it and steal it.
No.
I'll tell you what. I might have. I mean, hey, I'm not saying I didn't.
Right.
Apparently, he's still missing a button-up shirt. This might be it. I don't know.
oh my God.
Jet says, have to be on an art podcast. Just wanted to send out some love before I left. Have a good show tonight, kiddos. Thank you, Chet. And good luck on your podcast
and please
tonight.
let us know what it is, and we'll listen.
Yes, please let us know.
Please
I would love to listen to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've been asking to be on my show for 2.5 years now. But, it's okay.
You got to read that.
Speaking
read that
of
one.
shirts, guess I'm going to have to do my show this week shirtless since I still don't have a BBP shirt that I won fair and square.
It's right over there. It's right over
it's
there.
actually set aside at least.
It's right there. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Jared said I stole the fuck out of that.
You cheapskate.
You cheapskate.
Did anyone see it? Is there video footage? Because we have no memory of it. So we're not saying...
I'm not going to deny it. I told Shane I'd get him back.
We're not saying he didn't do it. We're just saying we have no memory of it. Just like you did the JOM Barstool and Betty Boop.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if a lot of people who watch our show right now know that story, do they?
We didn't steal Betty Boop. It was given to us. Right? Yeah, Betty Boop, the door from cartoons.
Oh, I did not steal Betty Boop.
That's right.
And
the bathroom door from cartoons.
Was from cartoons, and I do own the women's bathroom from cartoons that had Betty Boop on it. Remember that door at cartoons? We own that door.
Yes, we do. And the bench that was right there in front of it.
And I didn't steal it. And the bench that's on our front porch is the same bench that sat outside the women's bathroom at cartoons. Right. We had to go get a few awesome things before they tore the place down, which we had permission to do. But I did not have permission to steal Just One More's bar stools.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that story.
I did that one all on my own.
I think the Betancourts would appreciate this one.
It was great. And I know some of you, maybe I've told the story before, and I'm sorry if you've been around for a little while and you've already heard this story, but I'm looking at the people here, and I don't know if everybody... I think more people than not does not know this story. We actually went to Just One More. This is before we ever met Amy O.
This is the how we met Amy story.
Yeah, I had never met her. In fact, I didn't even know who the owner was. Mm-hmm. The only reason we went down there was to see Funhouse.
That's right, on Jimmy's birthday. Yeah,
Jimmy James kind of celebrated his birthday down there at Just One More. And so we went down there to see him. And when we went down there was actually quite a few people that showed up. It was a really good show. We're hanging out. I'd never been to this place before in my life.
Yeah.
I had no idea who the owner was. Had no idea. But then...
Hi, Bev.
as we're there, I just kind of got this weird thing that had come over me that I want to steal 2 bar stools because they were really cool. Yeah. They were really awesome. They were those padded and they said Bud Light on them. They were blue tops. They said Bud Light.
They had a back on them?
They were brand new. Jared said it's been about a year since you told this $3 story. This story is worth more than $3.
And we expect to see that in our PayPal tomorrow.
But actually only because how good of friends we've become with Amy since.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Jimmy James is playing and the place was packed. I mean, it was like shoulder to shoulder. This is pre-COVID and the room was shoulder to shoulder. And then they also have another section, if you've ever been to Just One More, that has a bunch of pool tables, and everybody over there is playing pool. And that side of the bar was also had a lot of people in it.
Yep. Amen. He has been really laid back about his stories. That's right.
All right.
And
I'm getting back in the game, Stephanie.
Stephanie has paid us good money for some of his stories.
Stephanie has paid good money for some stories.
Yeah,
I remembered
we
one.
Appreciate that.
I just remembered one 2 days ago that I don't know if I'm going to tell tonight.
But you can write it.
But I will tell it. Anyway, so I was just like, Monty Lortz was there. Anybody that knows Monty Lortz knows how nervous he is all the time. He's nervous about getting in trouble every damn 2 minutes. And Shane Jennings was there. I mean, it was just, everybody was there. So I started going around to a few of our friends that we're hanging out with. And I'm like, I'm going to steal 2 bar stools from this bar. And they're like, dude, don't do that. Like, don't. I was like, no. It's going to be fine. I'm going to steal those Bud Light stools. Are so cool. I don't want just one. I want 2 of them. And, I'm going to steal them and I'm going to take them home. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know if the owner was there. I had no idea. I don't know. The bartenders were going apeshit trying to keep everybody served. They had
busy.
The whole one side of the bar, pool players, the whole other side of the bar, musicians and people watching Fun House and birthdays going on and all kinds of crazy stuff. And they had the full staff was there. I'll bet there was 7 or 8 people there that were either bartending or serving or cooking food or doing whatever.
Yeah.
So that was the challenge. So I'm trying to get people to like dare me. Like, come on, Shane. Like Shane was there. Shane Jennings. I was like, dare me to do it. And he's like, hell no, I ain't daring you to do nothing. You just do whatever the hell you're going to do. I was like, all right, damn it, you chicken shit. I'm going to steal them anyway, whether somebody dares me or not. I want these bar stools in my house. I want them. They're cool and I want them and I don't want to pay for them. So I'm just going to steal them. And so I was in the back of the room there where they have bands. I was actually in the very back, and the only door out was right next to the fucking stage. There's a stage here, and there's a door that goes outside right next to the stage.
But it goes out to a fenced-in area.
I know, but that's the only way to get out of the building. My biggest challenge was to get out of the building with 2 bar stools and not be seen or tattled on by hundreds of people. So anyway, I picked up the first stool and I walked it about 7 or 8 feet up and I just set it back down. And everybody already knew what I was up to. So they're looking at me like, dude, like, fuck, like, don't steal that. Come on, don't. I was like, just calm down. Everybody calm down.
I think Monty was shitting his pants.
Yeah, everything's going to be all right, okay? And so I just kind of watched the band for a little bit. Then I'm scoping out where all the waitresses are. I'm seeing whose drinks they're making and serving and everything else. So I walked up and I grabbed my stool and I moved it 7 foot closer to the stage and I just set it back down, hoping nobody was going to sit in it. But, you know, hey, I was trying to move quick. So I set it back down. Then I stood there and I kind of hung out. You can actually smoke inside at Just One More. So I had a cigarette and I'm standing next to my stool and I'm looking around. I go for the 3rd trip. I pick the stool up. I go right outside the side door. I just walked out there like a boss. I just grabbed my stool and I walked right out the door. And I just brought it outside because, you know, at that point, the only thing I could go with was maybe they'll just assume I wanted to bring a stool outside to smoke.
Right.
Or something like that.
That makes sense.
So I walked that fucking brand new, shiny ass, beautiful Bud Light stool. I walked it right out the side door and I set it out in the gravel. And then I came back inside. So now I know one of my stools. I wanted 2 though. I wanted two. I didn't want one. I wanted two.
The challenge was two.
One of my stools is now sitting outside. I go back into the room. I'm watching me some Fun House, some Jimmy James, rocking it on stage. And so now I'm like, okay, I've got to get that stool out of the courtyard. There's kind of like what you would sort of call a courtyard. It's like a side yard to Just One More. So I go outside again. And as soon as I go outside again, I grab my Bud Light stool and I start running at full speed towards the back fence. There's a 7-foot privacy fence going around this entire area. Yeah. And I knew that there was a street behind the bar and there was wait. Before I went and grabbed my stool, I put it outside. Then I went back in.
That's right.
And I went all the way back to the other side of the bar and I walked out the back door because I wanted to see what was behind the building. So I pretended like I was going to the bathroom, but I actually went right out the back exit door where you're not really supposed to go out. And I looked behind the building. So there's like a 10 feet of grass, and then that turns into a street, and there's cars parked on that street. So obviously I didn't want to hit any of these cars. I was trying to figure out what my distancing was. So then I came back into the bar. I walked right in front of the band, right in front of them. They're on stage, and I am 3 feet away, walked right in front of them, right out the side door, grabbed my stool, and took off at a full sprint. Nobody was outside. I went for a full sprint for the back fence, and I threw that Bud Light stool over the 7-foot fence. I heard it land. I didn't hear it hit any metal or any cars. So I was like, okay, I'm out of breath. I come back in the bar, and I walk back to where I was standing watching Funhouse. So now I've got one stool. Now it's public. Now it's on the side of the road. And somebody else could steal it from me, which would really piss me off. Ooh. If somebody stole my stool. That stool became mine as soon as it went over that fence. Now I'm nervous about my stool being in public because I threw it over the privacy fence of Just One More. So I come back inside, I'm hanging out, and everybody's rolling their eyes at me like, man, you didn't just steal that stool. I was like, good damn right I did, and I got one more to go. So then I go out to my Jeep, which is parked in the front of Just One More, and I'm like, I've got to go get my stool. So nobody's out in the parking lot or whatever, so I jump in my car. I drove down to the side of Just One More. I went back to that street that I saw through the back door. I drove right up, and there's my stool laying right there on the side of the road. So I grabbed my stool, I put it in my Jeep, I turned around, and I pulled back into the front parking lot, and I came back into Just One More. So I was like, all right, I got one.
All right, take a breather. Breather time.
I was like, yes! So I come back in, and everyone's like, are you happy now? Like, blah, blah, blah. They're all mad at me. Everybody was super mad at me. I was like, no, I'm not happy. I wanted two. I need a pair of these things, man, because they're so cool. So I found another Bud Light stool in the back of the room. And I went through the entire routine again. I brought it up. I set it 7 feet in front of me. I took a break. I grabbed it again, set it 7 foot in front of me again, took a break. Then I grabbed it again. I set it out on the back patio. And then I came back in and acted like everything was cool. Waited about 10, 15 minutes. Went outside and grabbed it and ran as fast as I could to the back fence. And I threw it over the fence. And I ran back inside. I went out to my Jeep on the front parking lot, drove it around the building. I threw that one in my Jeep. I shut the door. I went and parked in the parking lot, and I came back in like, yes.
Did it.
I think I even made some hand gestures like, I did it.
Yep, you did.
And everyone's like, oh my gosh, dude, you're such a jerk.
And when you say everyone, it wasn't everyone in the bar. It was like 5 or 7 people.
No, just some couple of friends that were hanging out with us right there.
Some of them were like, yeah, you get it. And some of them were just sweating and shitting their pants.
I don't remember anyone saying, yeah, get it. They were all upset at me.
Okay.
Yeah, they were all like,
all right.
You stole those 2 stools from this bar, and that's kind of a dick move. And I was like, just calm down. There's like 20 more in here. Everything's going to be fine. Hello, Tyler Weeks.
Oh, hi, Tyler.
This story's still going, but I'm backing up here. Mark LeBlanc says...
this one?
Yeah. I've always wanted the big Jack Daniels statue that used to sit up on top of the candy machine at the Outland Ballroom before it changed hands. It now sits a used car lot on Kearney Street.
Oh, really?
I'll be damned.
I didn't know that.
That's interesting to know.
And Mark also asks, did Monty leave before this happened? Did Monty have hair before this happened?
Yeah, no, Monty was stressed out bad.
Yeah.
And so what else? Somebody was saying that Betty Boop door was cool.
Yeah, I think
I was
Elkie.
like, yeah,
I think Elkie
it was
said
cool.
that.
And I have it, and it's
Yes,
awesome.
we have it.
It still has smoke damage on it, but I'm going to clean it up and put it somewhere in my house.
Right. It's Stephanie says it's important to pay attention to atmosphere. To the atmosphere. Then Terry Jones says, I wanted the big Jaeger sign at the Clarion. The bartender told me he would turn his head if I was able to cover it up. I borrowed 3 coats, and I still have that Jaeger sign.
Oh, you did it.
Nice.
You actually did it.
Nice.
Nice work, Terry Jones. I'm proud of you.
Elkie says Funhouse was an awesome band. Yeah, they were. They played our wedding, man. They played our wedding.
They did play at our wedding.
Yep, we'll have to tell that story again sometime to our new watchers. Shell's asking, how did you not lose your parking spot? Well, it was like the heat of the night, so like nobody else it was in that part of the night where the bar was as full as it was going to get.
Yeah.
So everybody had already gotten there. Everybody was settled and drinking.
Nobody was really coming and going. And even if I had lost my spot, which maybe I did, I don't know. I found another one, and I just got back in. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I got them in my car so they weren't laying on the side of the road.
Right.
Back there.
Elkie says, too funny. Oh, that's only the beginning of the story. This is only the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
It gets so good from here.
Well, it kind of has an ending.
Okay.
The guy won't sell it. The guy that has the Jack Daniels, he won't sell it.
Well, that's sad.
Dead. Well, I probably wouldn't sell my Betty Boop door.
And yeah, we wouldn't probably. I mean, everything has a price, but I don't know.
First, well, I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Tara and I have a special moment that is in regards to that Betty Boop door.
Yes, we do.
Anyway, okay, so all night everyone's giving me hell. About stealing the stools. And so I'm still just like, it's funny, just relax, everybody relax. And it's like, hey, I heard you stole some stools. It's like, well, yeah, I did, but this is all while we're still there. And then now people are all like talking amongst themselves, and I'm starting to get like, hey, like so-and-so just told me you stole 2 bar stools. I was like, yes, I did. It's funny. It's not a big deal. It's just 2 bar stools, no big deal. So I just was kind of like, oh, whatever. Everybody needs to freaking lighten up. So anyway, the show's over. It's all done. We all go home. And then I wake up the next morning and I walk in my kitchen and there's 2 Bud Light bar stools sitting at my kitchen island. And I'm just kind of like,
now what do we do?
I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, that is kind of, I mean, in the moment, I'm just like, oh, yeah,
it's funny.
Victory. And then when I saw them in my house.
The next day, yeah.
I was just kind of like, this kind of feels a little weird now. And everybody in town knows I did it because I was so public about it last night. So anyway, I'm like, all right, I'm going to give them back. I don't really need Bud Light bar stools. It was just more about the thrill of the kill. Anyway, and so what's going on here?
Jared's asking, is this a rerun?
It might be for him.
Maybe for you.
Because he worships us.
Yeah, that's true.
Stephanie Hagel, she said, be nice. This is better than politics.
Political BS.
Political BS, same
right.
thing. It is better. So anyway, I'm like, I look up Just One More. And I find out who owns it. I had never met Amy before in my life, ever. And I'm like, I'm just going to message that owner, and I'm just going to tell her what I did.
This is what I did.
I'm just going to tell her I stole them and that, I'll give them back. But I don't have any idea if she's going to be like, you motherfucker.
I'm pressing charges. And
you
blah.
son of a bitch, whatever.
We didn't know. Not at all.
So I like, my heart's like kind of pounding now. I'm just sort of like real nervous. Like, gosh.
We stood around the island for 30 minutes.
Oh, it took me a half hour to I would have died laughing if that would have happened in Club Vegas. And so I type out this big message. I'm like typing it out, and then and then back it up and then type some more and back it up
and let me
type
read
some
it.
more. And what do you think of that? And we're like, maybe don't say it this way.
Maybe say.
I basically 100% confessed. I was like, hey, I was there last night. You don't know me. But I stole 2 of your bar stools. And I just, something come over me and I stole them and I have them here at my house and I took a picture of them and I said, I'm going to bring them back to you. And then I sent her the message in Messenger.
And the picture.
On Facebook with the picture of her 2 stools.
And then waited.
Sitting in my kitchen.
And then waited.
And then I'm just pacing around my island, just making laps around my island, just staring at my phone. And then all of a sudden the little bubbles come up. And I'm like, oh, Tara, she's answering. She's answering, Tara, come here. I thought I was going to faint, man. I was just like, oh, God. She's either going to like, yes, I got the guilt.
The overkill of guilt filled you, yes.
The overkill of guilt kind of got to me in the morning. So her little bubbles come up, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm either going to get cussed out. I don't even know this lady. I've never even met her. So the bubbles come up, and I'm waiting. It's taking her a long time. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, fuck, this is going to be a doozy. And finally, her response pops up. And she's like, oh my God, that is so fucking hilarious. That is the best thing I've heard in weeks. That is just so great. I can't wait for you to bring them back so I can get to meet you guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes!
Yay!
I told you guys it was going to be
She's cool.
So we loaded up the bar stools. We took them back down there.
This was a Sunday.
On a Sunday. It was the next day, yeah. Mm-hmm. Took them back down there on a Sunday. We go rolling in at 1 o'clock. Here's your bar stools. And she's like, oh my gosh, this story is so hilarious. And then we actually sat there at Just One More for like 9 more hours and got shit hammered at the bar.
Shit hammered.
On a Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then a month later, we played there as Boot on Wednesday nights for like 6 months.
Yeah. We played there all the time. Oh my gosh.
So that is the story of how
That's more than a $3 story.
Yeah, it is.
Jared,
right,
you jerk.
He wants a discount because he's heard it before. That's all.
Oh, he gets a discount.
Yeah, that's right. He gets the discount. But another thing, speaking of Amy O, she is doing, I should say, are doing incredible renovations over there.
Oh, they're going for it, man.
They're going for it. I mean, go check it out. She is trying to make this a cool place, and there's a lot of people that love the place already, but she's adding this and fixing that and took the drop ceiling out, so everything's like bigger in there and everything now.
Julia Cobb says, day drinking for the win!
Yay! Sunday day drinking for the win! Hi, Julia. Hope you're doing good today.
Yes, and
Shell
we
says,
have been...
Sunday fun day.
Yes, we have nearly been like best friends with Amy O since. She was part of all of our live podcasts we did with interviews several months ago.
Yep.
And
She's
we just
sponsored
have a great
us.
time with her.
She has, in addition to bartending and bringing all that delicious cocktail makings, she also sponsored us for those few months that she did that too. So yay to Amy O. She needs all the love and affection. She has struggled and she keeps pursuing, and she's going to keep doing it because she just loves that place and loves her people who come see her.
And they're just now reopening, so go down there and support them and check out some of the new work they've done down there.
That is right. It is so worth it.
Very cool.
And it's super fun. And, some people say something about the smoke, and I don't smoke and I don't like to breathe smoke, but it is not that bad when you go there. She's got these big ventilator thingies in the ceiling. If you just don't
Speaking of that,
if you don't like one cigarette in your face, you're not going to like it there. But if you can deal with it, it's ventilated very, very well. So, and you smokers, you get to smoke inside. So there you go. It's a good for everyone right there. Mm-hmm. Yep. What is Christy saying? More power to you for doing all that work to bring it back. Great story to remember. Yeah, it was so funny because his whole intent the night was just for the joke for the people watching. It was never to steal bar stools. You never wanted to steal something.
Yeah, not really.
So then the next day, though, we didn't know how she would react, and we said we had to hit it right on the head and just text her directly, and she was freaking awesome about it, and we've been best buds ever since.
She was laughing her ass off.
Yeah. Jared says it's going to look so much more modern at JOM. Yes,
it will.
It's going to bring it right out of 1992 and into 2021. So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Speaking of Christy Pressler.
Oh, speaking of Christy Pressler. Holy cow. What do we got here? Hang on, before we go to that. It was Amy. It was before Amy owned it, but That was where we learned to drink beer watching my uncle's band Once Upon a Time. Craziness. That's right. It was kind of your home stomping ground, wasn't it, Shell, for a while? That's right. Absolutely. When we first went, the first room was the band room. That's right. I remember that when the band room was in the pool room. Now it's all pool tables over there. So, all right. Speaking of Christy Pressler.
Go.
You want me to go? Okay. Speaking of Christy Pressler.
You always talk about me talking over you, so keep going. if you don't talk, I'll keep talking.
Hey, it's not time for Tara.
Promise me I will.
See, you just did. See, it's not time for Tara Uninterrupted yet. So, but speaking of Christy Pressler, last night we went to Christy Pressler's debut comedy set at the open mic at Marty's Sports Bar on South Campbell. And wow. Right? Wow.
She did a hell of a job, man. I'm telling you, it takes a lot. I've had a lot of people tell me I should do that and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm way too chicken. I am scared to death to get up and try to do comedy. Like, I try it here, but it's just usually off the cuff and all those kinds of things. But she actually had her bits like thought out.
She had them planned,
and it was good.
That's right. Yeah, Jared says, Tara Uninterrupted. I said it wasn't time for that. And then he says, well, kinda, because you started talking. But hey, that's cool.
Anyway, so I really applaud her for hashtag shut up Dan Fritz.
A new t-shirt, maybe. Maybe we should do that. But I
applaud her for having the balls to get up and do it, man. And I thought it was great. No, Marty's is not where Sir Gregory's was.
No,
Sir Gregory's was just a couple blocks south of Marty's.
Right. In the big shopping
You know
center.
where that big home store is? It's just called Home.
Yeah.
Kind of behind where the, if you're really savvy in Springfield, it was the Kenny Rogers chicken place.
Oh my God.
Before it became Salita Lindo. But that parking lot there where Salita Lindo is, that's where Sir Gregory's
You sound like a newscaster when they talk about Salita Lindo.
Salita Lindo. I'm probably saying it wrong. I know I did.
Koozies, hashtag fuck you Dan or hashtag shush it.
Shush it, Dan.
Shush it. Oh, got you. By Wendy's. That's Sir Gregory's, I think.
Yeah, it's a Wendy's now.
Yes.
No.
But Marty's is right behind Lucy's.
Yeah, Marty's is before all that if you're heading south.
Right.
So yeah, kind of like around the Wendy's / Salita Lindo.
Yeah.
Strip mall.
Right on. Christy says, well, if I'm going to talk to myself, I might as well do it for laughs. Thank you all for the love and support. And I want to say, that's right. You're absolutely right. You did a great job. It takes balls and guts to do that, and that's fantastic. And Jared Isaacs was there. Brian Wettencourt was there. What's the other fellow's name?
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis was there. Was it Mark Davis? Yeah. Okay. And who am I missing? Who else? Aaron Gabrielle Powell stopped by, and so there was like love and support from our supporters. It was fantastic to see that community, that unity right there to support Christy in doing that. And Christy, you did such a good job. I do not have the guts to even try that at all. So, amen to you, sister.
And thank you, Christy Pressler, so much for some news we got today from you. Jim Davis.
Davis. Thank you.
I said Mark Davis.
Yeah.
It was Jim Davis.
That's right. I that's what I was wondering. I was like, So Shell says, so open comedy mic on Wednesday at Marty's. Starting at 8:00-ish. I think they started about 8:40 last night, but that's okay.
And they're starting some open mic comedy now at Shuffle.
Yeah, on Tuesdays.
On Tuesday nights. So yeah, I guess that's becoming kind of a new thing. It's hard.
Yeah.
Not everybody's funny, but you still just kind of really enjoy it, just knowing that they're up there trying.
And you root for them. I know I was rooting for them.
You root for them like crazy.
This one guy got up last night, and some of his stuff was really funny, but when there's 12 people in the place, you can't expect the whole place to erupt in laughter. So only a couple laughs sounds really small. So he was kind of like down on himself. And I'm like, no, he was actually pretty funny,
I think his down on himself was
part
funny.
of his shtick? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was funny.
All right, cool. I like this. I know the answer. I don't know the answer. Jared says, hey, Tara, trivia for you. What was the bartender's name? This is so funny because we... don't know if I should say this. I'll say it. Heck with it. She asked what our tab name was 7 times, like almost after every single drink. And then the first time I wanted to holler for her to get a menu, I was like, ah, shit, I don't know her name. But I know what it is. It was Tanya. Got it. Bing, bing, bing. Tara wins. Tara for the win. Allison says, oh, fun. Sorry, I missed it, Christy.
Yeah, I thought it was part of the comedy night. It was like every single drink
Every
I
single
ordered,
time.
she was like, now what's your name?
No, actually what she said was, do you have a tab with us?
Yeah, do
Like,
you have a tab?
like
I'm
6
what?
times. And I'm just like,
And I tried
Yeah.
to hand it to her on the very first order. She's like, I said, it's Fritz. And she said, did you say Fritz? I was like, yeah, like Fritz the cat.
right.
Like, that's an easy thing to remember.
Yep. Terry Jones is like, comedy nights, it feels like we're going back 20 years. No, we're bringing Springfield into what it should be. This is fun. And of course they have comedy every weekend over at the Riff, so it's freaking fantastic.
Yes, there is a lot to be said
have a
for
winner.
comedy rhythm.
Yes.
Shell was saying you got to get your rhythm like musicians. And it's very true. You got to, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I've been studying it
But you
a
watch it,
lot
yeah.
because I've been interested in maybe trying it someday. And yes, the timing in comedy is huge.
And Christy Pressler says, well, she's a cigar smoker.
Oh,
That was
we all
another-
know what Tara thinks of cigar smokers.
That was another funny moment. I was watching professional poker up on the TV, and I was like, professional poker players look like such douchebags. Just like cigar smokers. Man, everybody that smokes a cigar looks like a fucking douchebag. And she goes, I smoke cigars. Like, fucking serious.
And you actually said, well, you probably look like a
I
douchebag when you
did,
do it.
because I hate that. Don't take fucking offense. It's comedy night. I'm trying to be funny. And she's like, I smoke cigars. And I'm like, well, you probably look like a douchebag when you do it. And then Brian Betancourt's talking about smoking cigars and shit like this. So I got a bunch of people talking about smoking cigars. Well, you all look like douchebags when you smoke cigars. I'm not saying you are them. I'm saying you look like it. So I'm just saying. I've been around him too long. I don't care. She was legit butthurt. I know.
Oh,
Sorry.
She was. She
Sorry.
was. Terry said he said
Jesus
20 years ago
Christ.
because they used to have comedy nights and it was awesome.
Oh, yay. Okay. So it wasn't like you weren't roasting Springfield. You were like, yay, glad it's back. Cool. You can't tell tone in text sometimes.
Let's do a giveaway.
All right.
And just we make up the rules as we go. And since we make up the rules as we go, we're going to say that Jared and Brian Betancourt are not allowed to play.
Oh, really? Why Brian?
Because Brian already won a shirt.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Fair and fantastic. That's fair.
And Brian's probably going to know the answer. And yeah, Jared and Brian just don't count. You guys don't answer in the comments and be jerks.
We'll do this like radio says. If you've won in the last 30 days, you are not eligible to win.
Cue in Dan's. I'm kidding! That's what you should have said to her about the cigars.
No kidding. But, you can't feel comment. Okay. I wasn't being an asshole.
Do you know what our sizes are, Tara?
They're very small.
They're all small.
Yeah. It's like medium and down. We have small t-shirts. So that's why Brian Betancourt, you need to send me your address privately and I will send you one of those shirts that you want because A, you wanted a larger size and we don't have that, and B, we'll get you that specific one that you want. So send me your address privately, either through Unsung Dreamers or mine. So anyway.
All right, so here's the backbeat.
Yeah, a lot of my high school friends used to come up to Sir Gregory's and do comedy back in like 2001. Yes, including Derek. The high school crush.
Oh, right.
Sorry. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that should have been PM'd,
Oopsie.
Tara.
Yeah, I only saw.
Backbeat Productions t-shirt. They all are pretty small.
I think we only have.
Yes, we don't like you guys. We don't like Brian or Jared right now during our giveaways.
No.
We can strike a deal with you if you cannot fit into one of these shirts, but I think the biggest one we have is a medium.
I think so. And then a lot of youth
And they
sizes.
size a little bit bigger, and then we kind of have smaller than that. So some of them are kind of almost for kids because we originally got these for Tara's vocal students. And so that's why we have small ones, just in case you were wondering. So for the big t-shirt giveaway,
Da-da-da-da-da.
Tara's the one that came up with the question tonight. I had a different question in mind, but
Really? Okay.
We'll save that one for another giveaway.
Cool. This is, remember, don't, like the audience, don't yell out your comments of who the winner is. But the first one, other than Jared or Brian, the first one wins this T-shirt.
Stephanie Cagle is small.
Yes, she is. She would fit in that shirt quite nicely.
Yeah, mediums would be fine on Stephanie Cagle.
Yep.
It would make her boobs look good.
Her boobs would look good.
Okay, here's a trivia question for this week's T-shirt giveaway.
Ta-da-da-da!
Are you ready?
Ready!
This one's not really super hard. It's kind of a real easy one.
Elky's small, too.
We're just going to lose a shirt here, I think, because Tara's question was not very challenging, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yep, because I wrote it down and you didn't.
Oh, Jared's wondering if since it's vocal students, does he get another one?
Yeah, because you act like a child sometimes. So yeah, we'll get you a used
Actually,
shirt.
when we ordered those small shirts, Tara had almost all
Children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then adult students didn't start happening till later. So that's why we still have a few laying around. So anyway, for the Backbeat Productions T-shirt giveaway, here is your question. Who is Jody Guy Cottongim's stepdad?
Do, 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 do,
That's stealing, dude. Come on, dude.
do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Who is Jody Guy Cottongim's stepdad?
We'll wait. Stephanie Cagle says boobies.
Boobies!
Boobies! Oh,
Julia
Julia wins the T-shirt, and that would fit her too. That would fit her too.
Yeah,
that's right.
this medium would fit you just fine.
Yes,
I think,
ma'am. Lou Whitney. I fit in a small. They run a little bit big, so.
And isn't Julia going to be in town for audio roast?
That's what I hear. Right. Oh, Mark's a close second.
Everybody's answer. It was an easy question.
Tom Hembry says Lou. Oh,
I know.
man.
I told you. I knew.
Elky says
See,
Lou. Oh, you guys are great. Julia was the first one to chime in, and she is. Fucking yeah, she'll be in Springfield
all right.
on
So,
Sunday.
and we still owe Jared a shirt too.
Yes,
so
we
we'll
do.
try to maybe make a swing by over
That's
there.
right.
And see you guys and bring you both your shirts.
Jared says, I can't say the answer, but it rhymes with Boo Quitly. And Terry Jones says, I knew the answer, but my boobs are too big for that shirt.
Too fat for that shirt.
Oh, damn it.
No, too big.
See, I read it right. God dang it, you correct me.
Boo Quitly.
Boo Quitney. That's right.
That was an easy one.
That was good, but we have a winner. She will be here Sunday on the Audio Roast podcast, and we will bring yours and Jared's shirt over to you at some point before the show or something.
Yeah, Allison wants some trivia for the King's X shirt.
That's right. She remembers that one.
No, that would have to be a harder question than Jody Guy Cottongim's stepdad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I think every one of these people has listened to the podcast, so
yeah, but everybody knew that answer even without our podcast.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask questions that only has happened on our podcast.
You know what? That was your question.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it was
You told me to write it down last week. I am guessing.
Oh, Julie said she might take a small, which we probably have a small. We'll bring a few over because we still owe Jared one too.
She likes to wear her shirts tighter when she's on stage.
Yeah, I'll bet you do, Julia Cobb.
Absolutely.
Show off those assets.
Lisa says, don't bring Jared a shirt. I want to see if he really goes shirtless on Sunday. I love it. That's so good. So good. Oh, is it time? Is it time?
I don't know.
It's time. I don't have some big fancy intro, but I do have graphics. It is time for Tara Uninterrupted, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So, I just want to say, this is going to be the shortest Tara Uninterrupted ever. I am really, let me stop. He has tried to teach me how to tell a story, so I'm going to back up a little bit before I give away the punchline. We hang out a lot in these places that have sports on those TVs. And there's always tons of sports. We go to Coyotes all the time, Marty's, and there's like sports. And I have to say that there is one trend in the attire worn by a certain sport that is changing. And I am grateful for it. I'm thankful and grateful. I want to say I am so happy that basketball player shorts are getting shorter. They're getting shorter. They're at least 3 or 4 inches above the knee now, and I'm so thankful for that. I can't wait till they get to be like Larry Bird Celtic length. That's what I want to see. I want to see them short shorts on those basketball players again, because they're creeping back up the thigh. They're creeping back up. They're creeping back up. At least they're not down below the knee anymore. They're creeping back up, and I'm really, really happy to see that. I like old shit like that. I can't wait till basketball players shorts are back. Larry Bird style. Thank you very much. This has been Tara Uninterrupted, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you.
That was good, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm proud of you, honey.
Thank you. Thank you, babe.
Hey, one thing too, minus the cotton candy colors.
We gotta go to the comments. You gonna go on, or what do you want?
No, go to the comments.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so way back with the shirtless thing, Jared says, hell no, Lisa, I'm seriously too damn fat for that. I'm no Zach McLeese. Hell, I'm not even a Jay Stevens.
Too fat for what?
To wear her no shirt.
Oh.
So this has nothing to do with Tara Uninterrupted. Now we'll get into this.
Right.
Okay, so...
Stephanie says Dan's really trying to keep quiet.
Okay, I was going to go down the line here. So
That was the first one.
okay. Note to self, don't watch that podcast just in case, which means the shirtless thing. All right. So then Stephanie said that Dan is really trying to keep quiet. Yes, I kind of agree with this. It pissed me off that they were on the TV right behind the comics last night, literally on stage.
Yeah, they should have turned those off.
There should be no TVs behind anybody on stage. I don't care what kind of bar it is. Jared says same back to the good old days minus the cotton candy colors. Yeah, we were watching The Heat and it was all purple and pink. Well, I don't mind them. Shell says 2 thumbs down. I don't think Shell likes the short shorts. That's what it sounds like to me. Jerry Jones says poor Tara has to create an uninterrupted segment.
He should end that with hashtag shut up, Dan Fritz.
Shut the fuck up, Dan Fritz.
Shut the whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah. So and Mark says, and I bet Jared Isaacs agrees. Just kidding.
Just kidding. You don't have to kid, Mark.
No, you don't have to kid.
Jared does agree. In fact, I think he left a comment that he agrees.
I think so. I think he did. Yeah, he said same right there. Back to the good old days. Except the cotton candy counters. Hey, look at Tom Hembry. Our F-bomb counter is low tonight. Look at that.
Man, we're doing good.
We are low, man.
That's fucking great.
That's fucking stupendous. Amazing fuckingly great fucking.
I can't fucking believe that. It's so cool.
It's fucking beautiful, man. All right, we'll get a new count. Sure do. Oh, I love it.
Hey, one thing that we wanted to share with you guys, because you guys are kind of like part of our army and you deserve to have kind of a state of our union.
State of our union.
Yeah, the state of our union.
State of our podcast union or our marriage?
Tom said 8, 9, 10, 11.
F-bomb counter. F-bomb counter's going off the trail.
It's climbing. And so if you haven't noticed, we've been working really hard over here at our actual podcast. We've always said several times these live shows are just for fun, just for a Thursday night party, and we like to just have a good time with you guys. But what we're actually doing is this podcast, and we're getting more out of it than we ever have before, and working harder at it than we ever have before, and the numbers are showing. So we appreciate everybody and all the stuff that you've done for us, including patrons, of course. But in addition to that, all of the any kind of likes and the shares and the just listening to the interviews means so much to us, because we do put a lot of work into trying to make them special, trying to make them cool, trying to make them inspirational, and finding that inspiration in them. And it's been really great. As a result, on our end, for the last couple of months from January until now, we're seeing an increase in numbers that the peaks are not. Are you putting that up?
You ready? You ready for that? I'll do it.
Well, I mean, we can. I'm just saying the peaks are not really what we're as focused on, because the peaks will happen anytime we release a new interview. So if we release a new interview on Friday, you'll see the spikes in this graph that Tara's getting ready to show you. And then, but one thing we wanted to share with you guys, our fans, and it's very subtle the way this graph happens to show, but these are numbers based off of time. Okay, kind of obvious. But look at the bottom. Look at where it bellies out. When it bellies out, that's the line that we are watching. We are not focused on those peaks. Each one of those peaks, basically, like I've already said, that's the day we release an interview, and a lot of times we get decent numbers on those. But the bottom, where the base of the graph is actually slowly starting to climb up, is incredibly encouraging. Mm-hmm. Now those absolutely nothings, of course, Tara and I kind of went AWOL. We sort of went MIA for a little while, so that's why you don't see anything over there in the, what would that have been?
November and December.
November and December. It was just nothing. And that was our fault.
Yeah.
And we know that. But you can kind of see that bottom line starting to go up. And it's been really, really fun to see that happen. We are on track right now. Mark LeBron
Looks
said,
like my EKG.
Looks like my EKG.
Kind of.
This month, February, the only thing that's going to actually fuck us is that it's a short month. Mm-hmm. But we are on track right now to have our first 1,000 unique visitors in 1 month. Unique visitors means it's not the same person listening over and over. It's different people listening to it to the tune of 1,000. Oh, am I off camera?
Yeah.
We're at about 825 for February, and we're trying so hard to crack 1,000. I think I'm going to go ahead and give us Monday. Since February is short, I'm going to give us Monday.
You're going to give us March 1st.
I'm going to give us March 1st as February 29th, and I think I'm going to give us March 2nd as February 30th.
But then what do we do about March numbers for March?
Well, then we started March 1st again.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we should get, I think to be fair, we should get at least 30 days.
Okay.
To try to get our goal of 1,000 unique downloads on our actual. This is just our audio stuff. Now, just so you guys know, these live videos we do, we don't track them at all.
No, this is just fun.
We don't pay attention to them at all. They have nothing to do with this graph we're showing you here. If you scroll down a little, people can see. No, scroll back up. Where's the part that gives us the months?
Yeah, the dashboard right here. Hang on.
Dashboard. Okay, so you'll see here.
Right here.
There's February. Where are we at now? 813.
Right.
Is that 813?
Yes, it is. Let me zoom it in. Hang on.
So we're at 813 unique listens for February. There it is right there. Look at our numbers from November. The best we did in November was 300. December was even less, but we weren't doing much then. We started getting off our lazy asses and getting this thing off again, and we almost hit 600 in January. But now in February, we got 3-4 days left, and we're trying to get that 813 up to 1,000. So anyway, we just wanted to let you guys in on some of the guts of what we're doing.
And so you guys are helping.
You actually can see real numbers and how you guys are helping us. Just a short little segment here of kind of letting you in on some of the backstage shit. We're at almost 12,000 total of unique listens since we started. It's not, it's not fucking,
it's not Joe Rogan numbers.
It's not fucking Joe Rogan.
We get that.
But
you guys are helping.
It's still kind of cool. And to watch it grow like that is really fun. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you all helping us to help you. Thank you.
Yes, very, very much. So anyway, if you haven't heard about the Monday morning medication, we do the just a little fun, quick thing every Monday morning. We release it. It's a shorter, much, much shorter than our normal audio podcast, and we always include some old clips or some different clips that we just think are fun. So we just talk about our week for a minute, and then we kind of do some clips. So that's Monday morning. Every morning, Monday morning is releasing, and we are releasing Rico Samuel this Friday. So
yeah, dude, this
holy
Rico
crap.
interview is super fun.
That's right.
And Joshua Poole said, Jared, I had to step out. Are they doing a behind the scenes podcast?
We're not doing a studio tour and tripping over our shit and audio not working.
Knocking all the cords out and freezing our photos. And
well, Elke says, awesome. Thank you, Elke. We appreciate you very much.
Terry he said, it's cool to watch it grow like that.
That's what she said. Oh, God.
He says.
Yeah, he says. He says.
No, that little segment had nothing to do with the debacle of the Audio Roast podcast behind the scenes studio tour. Absolute debacle. They pulled that episode off about as much as the Chiefs did a championship.
Oh, this year anyway.
A football win for the Super Bowl is about how good the old Audio Roast pulled off their studio tour. I'm joking! Jeez!
It was entertaining.
Everybody lighten up!
Jared just says it is cool.
It is cool to watch it grow.
What kind of podcast is this? Oh, my goodness.
Jared says, hey, we learned from you!
That's right. That is right.
Oh, yeah, we got some bad shit out there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Christy asks a good question. I love this. Does that include listens on YouTube or Spotify, etc.? I'm so novice with this stuff. So the YouTube watches
No, it does not.
Are not in the numbers, but the Spotify numbers are included. So what we do is everything that we broadcast out to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff is counted by these numbers you just saw. But YouTube is a totally different thing, because mostly what we're doing on YouTube is rebroadcasting these. It's live on YouTube now, and then it stays at YouTube. So they're counted on their own. So when you go to YouTube and you watch one of these old ones, you'll see how many views it has. That is completely separate from this counting.
Yeah, all those YouTube numbers have nothing to do with this.
That's right. That's right. And Jeremy says, the shirts. Did you get your shirts?
Did you get your shirts?
Did you get your shirts? I'm just wondering.
Zeppelin versus Stats. Says the guy who didn't even watch. I did watch it.
For 5 minutes.
Like Joshua was on your green screen and he was behind you and you tried to start it off down in the riff and walk up the stairs and everything didn't work. I saw all that.
You even did a run through and then the actual thing didn't work.
After
So
10
sad.
minutes, I was like, well, nothing's working, so I guess I'll log off.
Jeremy says, yes,
I'm
we
kidding!
did. Jeremy says, yes, we did. Jeremy and Michelle got their hashtag Justice for Cuddle shirts.
Justice for Cuddle shirts. We hooked up Jeremy and Michelle Huddleston with those.
Yes, they are patrons. They are patrons.
Zeppelin versus the Stats. Here's my
That's right.
Zeppelin versus the Stats.
All right, let's go.
Zeppelin is killing us in sales. Absolutely slaying the Unsung Dreamers.
In sales. Yep.
In sales and popularity.
Yep.
We are not near as famous as Led Zeppelin.
No. So there you go.
Oh,
all right.
boy.
Yeah, Josh says it worked in rehearsal. Mm-hmm. And then Jared says, "Oh, you saw the first 4 minutes." And then I listened to the entire thing.
I had an appointment,
You
man.
had an
I had to
appointment.
go do something. It wasn't you. It was me.
It's not you. It's him.
I had a friend of mine that actually divorced his wife, and he actually said with a straight face, "It's not me. It's you." I was like, that was a boss move, bro.
I love that. Aww. I may not have much, but I'm sure glad I got you, Joshua Poole. At least you got my back.
That's so sweet. You guys are so sweet.
And Christy says, I'm hearing I've eavesdropped and asked what was being said instead of actually watching. Pretty much. How does it make you feel to be less relevant than Guns N' Roses?
Well, man, I'll tell you what. It humbles me. It humbles me a lot. I cannot believe that I am less relevant than Benny Hill.
Benny Hill.
Yeah.
Where's that coming from?
He's the singer of Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
Benny Hill. Take me down, turn that titty and the guy says, keep going. What are you doing? I had it mashed up.
Okay.
I mashed it up on the fly. You can't recreate that. Moment gone.
I'm a failure.
Oh
failure.
my gosh. I had it mashed up on the fly. Anyway.
We didn't rehearse. This show's not scripted.
No, we just made that up. And it was about to turn into one of the most brilliant live broadcast podcasting moment ever.
Here's what you need to do for me. You need to
What?
give me hand signals because I can't read your fucking mind. Give me hand signals like, keep going.
I
Like,
did.
No, you just started going, take me down to the penthouse. That's all you did. You got to give me something. Give me something to fucking work with.
Jared says, Dan, the humble man, just doesn't have a ring to it.
No. No. You're right.
I actually got serious. Axel Hill. There you go. We're changing it from Axl Rose to Axel Hill.
Tom Henry was like 17. And he's like, nope, 18. Oh, wait. Bullshit, Tara. Tara, you have a pen and a notepad right in front of you. I do, but we didn't talk about this shit. This is stuff that I wrote down that I wanted to talk about. This has nothing to do with...
We almost mashed it up. It was almost great.
And it's going to be my fault, and he's going to beat me later. People, save me!
I
Save
did say
me!
Benny Hill, didn't I? Or did I say Benny Hinn?
No, you said Benny Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, you totally said Benny Hill. You did
Benny
it right.
Hill, man. That's a singer for Guns N' Roses.
That's right. And then of course, Terry said Axel Hill. So anyway.
I like Axel Hill.
18.
Lisa's
19.
asking if we're having church tonight. That's a good question.
Oh,
because
you were
here's the deal.
supposed to.
Here's the deal. No, well, I did say that, but I am going to skip church tonight because I'm still working on my sermon.
Ooh.
So you threw down a challenge for me with the Lot's wife business, and I'm not ready. This is why I would be a bad pastor, because I would probably just skip church on Sunday. I'd send like a group text out on my Sundays and be like, yeah, no church today. I'm not ready.
If you had an actual brick and mortar.
Yeah,
like,
if I had
all right,
a real...
everybody stay home. My
had a
sermon's
real-
not ready.
So I am working on my Lot's wife sermon. I don't have it ready yet, and I want it to be good before I preach it.
We had a lot going on.
The only thing I will say about it as just a quick, just to let you in on where I might be going with it, is I find it interesting that Lot's wife turned back to Sodom and Gomorrah and turned into salt, a pillar of salt. And then the Bible also says that we as Christians are supposed to be the salt of the earth. So I really think God needs to make his mind up on his spice. Why? Why didn't Lot's wife turn into a pillar of rosemary? Why did it have to be salt? And then later he's telling me I should be salt of the earth. I'm like, make up your mind! But I'm still working on my Lot's wife sermon. So.
All right, so I'm
gonna skip church this week.
And it might be a sin. Do we need to repent? Do we need to say some Hail Marys? What do we do?
No. If it's a fact that we're supposed to be salt of the earth, and it's also a fact that Lot's wife was a salty bitch, then
Coming from Joshua Poole, that makes me laugh even more.
my bibliography is Joshua Poole.
That's right.
Then that's confusing. So I don't know if Lot's wife did something good or did something bad. I don't really know.
Right.
Dan and Tara Baker. That's right. Send in
Oh
your
my
money.
God, that makes me Tammy Faye. Really?
If we can raise $100 this week, I will preach next week on Lot's wife.
That's right. I should put our Patreon shit up there now. All right, now it's time to pray. Now it's time to do
I
the
tried
offering.
to collect money after last week's sermon, but
Jared says I'll be out on the church services. Hell, I'm already getting itchy.
I'm getting itchy. My sermons are different, though.
It was God's
Jared?
wife. It all depended on if he ate pineapples that day or not. Nice one. That's good. Oh, damn it. Terry Jones says Tara Faye. Not Tammy Faye. It's Tara Faye.
Tara Faye.
Oh, good Lord. Lord help me.
Oh, we're looking at people signing in on the other computer. It just said God is watching.
God
with
is
you.
watching with you. It literally just said that. Oh, jeez. Yes. Somebody. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, guys, I hope you're looking forward to this Rico interview tomorrow because, man, it is really cool. We always say that about everyone, but actually it's the truth. Every time we do one, it's like a whole nother level of like, holy shit, so much cool stuff. Which comes out tomorrow morning, and we hope you enjoyed last week's with old Bobby Heil.
Bobby Heil. Bobby. That sounds weird.
I have had so much talk with so many people in real life about the Bobby Heil interview because they had listened to it, and it was just like straight to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Do not collect.
I think Lot's wife should have been a pillar of rosemary,
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
not salt. I think even God later was like, "Oh shit, I forgot
What did he forget?
that he turned Lot's wife into salt."
Oh.
And then he's telling everyone, "You should be the salt of the earth." And he's like, "Oh damn it, I forgot.
That's not what I meant.
Me, damn it." He's like, "Jesus Christ." And Jesus is like, "What?" And he's like, "I wasn't talking to you."
Oh my gosh. Do we have a new watcher from Indonesia?
Indonesia, hello.
Hi there.
I think that's Adisha.
I'm gonna say Adisha. I hope we're saying
I don't know if
that.
we're pronouncing your name right, but it looks like Adisha, and hello from
How
Indonesia.
are you, sir? That's great. Good to see you here.
Thank you for joining us.
Very, very cool. That's another thing I just wanted to show real super quick. This is just I know it's not exciting and it's like not crazy, like not super fun, but I just wanted to show super quick. I know you're laughing at me for doing this.
No, I'm laughing at something else.
Okay.
I want to show this.
I want to
It's cool.
show this. This is just in the last couple of months. Worldwide, where we're being listened to. The green, of course, is the most listens. And then the darker gray is where we're actually being heard. There's like up here, I'm going to point over here because it makes it show up better. This right here is Russia, obviously.
Yeah, you can see the little chart at the bottom right. The greener it is, that's the most listens. But then if it's kind of that darker gray, there's decent listens in those countries.
Yeah. So we got everywhere that it goes a little dark. Like the light gray, we don't have any that month. Our total listens is like almost virtually worldwide. But look at that. I mean, since Adisha showed up, I mean, it's like super fun to show how worldwide we kind of are here. And it's just, I just wanted to share that this is super super fun is a dumb way to say that, but I am so excited that people are hearing this stuff all over the place. And a lot of these interviews are from right here in Springfield. So getting everybody's stories out there is super,
Brian
super
says,
fun.
how about a pillar of nutmeg?
Pillar of nutmeg. There you go.
Can you imagine being Lot and turning around like, "Oh, damn it, Lisa." Interesting. They don't ever say what Lot's wife's name was. There's some people who referred to her. There's a couple of different places where people say like, well, some people called her this and some people called her that, but technically speaking, we don't really know what her name is.
Yeah.
So it would be funny if it was Nancy Nutmeg.
Nancy.
Damn it, Nancy!
Nancy Nutmeg.
You're embarrassing me, you pillar of nutmeg! Oh, God.
Terry says, when I go back on the air, I can plug you guys and Jared, and you will get UK, Germany, and Australia.
That'd be fantastic, man.
Awesome.
Please
Cool.
do it.
Totally. Whatever you're doing on the air, let us know, and we'll plug you.
Adisha says he's doing fine. He's following you. Hey, Adisha, what time is it? What time is it in Indonesia?
Yeah. What time?
I don't know where
is
you're
it?
at on the time scale. Like, are you in the future
He's
or
in
are
the
you in the
future.
past? I think you're in the future.
I'm going to say future. I'm going to bet on future.
Are you already into tomorrow?
Probably. Considering
Because
it's 8
for
o'clock.
us, it is
8:15 p.m.
8 p.m. on a Thursday night.
That's right. So it's probably close to
Tom says I'm using the Jared Scream thing a lot tonight.
nice.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. You're drinking out of a can and the mug. You two fisting it tonight. That's right. Also, by the way, last night was freaking awesome. In addition to watching Christy Presser's comedy debut over at Marty's, we got to run to the airport and pick up my brother, who a lot of you saw on New Year's Eve from the future in Sweden. And we picked him up, and he's here for a couple weeks.
Brentontown.
Yeah.
Tom said Jared said, Tom, your arms are cramping up from stirring the pot. Jeremy says it's Friday morning in Indonesia.
No, Jeremy says it's Friday morning here. Are you?
No, he said there. It's Friday morning
Oh,
there.
there. God, I can't read. Yeah. And then Tom Henry just comes back with dots. Lot's wife was the original Karen.
She was the original Karen. Oh, see, you guys are giving me good stuff to get my sermon put together. You fucking pillar of nutmeg.
Pillar of nutmeg. But nutmeg is awesome. I love nutmeg.
Nutmeg is awesome.
But
you
a pillar
wouldn't
of it would be kind of gross.
Well, you wouldn't want to season the earth with nutmeg because that's just weird.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So anyway, so just a quick thing. I don't want to bring anybody down or anything like this, but like I said, I think I said it on Monday morning medication. I might have said it last Thursday. My dad is having open heart surgery on Monday, and any kind of good vibes and wishes and prayers and whatever you guys do that's all nice and snuggly and cozy, if you could send them our way, we would appreciate that greatly, because this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Dad's having some a heart valve replaced, and that's why my brother's in town. So we can't go see him. We have to just kind of hang around and wait because of stupid COVID. So he's going to be in ICU for a few days. And so if you guys could just send some good vibes our way, we would appreciate that greatly.
Yep. And also something to kind of look forward to. We're pretty much next week. Next week, I think our guest is going to be Cameron Bedell.
Right.
Cameron is Gary Bedell's son, but he is absolutely killing it right now. Becoming a pretty big name producer down in Nashville.
Yep.
He was on American Idol. He is producing and co-writing with Tierra. And we are going to work on getting Tierra on the show as well.
Yes, we are.
Because she really, really, truly is getting ready to do something.
That's
That you guys,
Tiera.
Tiera, that you guys will be hearing about. You will find out about, because her record's not even out, and she's already trending everywhere and got billboards on Times Square, and there's big time celebrities that are out there tweeting that she's the one to be watching for right now. CMT is also putting her on their watch list. So there's just a lot of rumble happening right now with Tierra. And Cameron Bedell is her producer and co-writer, and he's going to be our guest next week.
That's right.
Which is cool. Elkie went to school with
Gary Bedell?
With Gary.
Oh, nice. Very cool. And thank you, guys. I see your prayers and stuff going up for my dad. I appreciate that very, very
I'm
much.
probably too close to it, Jared. That's what sometimes I get a little too close and it kind of does that sort of thing, but I should probably stay in a normal position back here. Also, something to look forward to. We are in the future. We don't know the dates yet, but I did just confirm an interview with Steve Ewing from The Urge. For any of you who are familiar with a band called The Urge that came out of St. Louis. Close talker. Dan's a close talker. Be looking forward to that coming out here in the next few weeks.
That's right.
And we've already told you, but also in the next few weeks,
Jimmy Fortune.
Tara pulled her strings and
yeah.
Yeah, Jared's like, here they come.
Yep.
So yeah.
18 inches. Dan, 18
inches.
18 inches.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, Mark. Good job.
Mark
Steve
knows
better
a little
bring
bit
some
about
hot
Steve
dogs.
Ewing.
That's right. Steve's Hot Dogs up in St. Louis.
We've been to Steve's Hot Dogs.
Yes, we have.
And,
watch our YouTube channel, Boot
they're
Jeep,
really
and you'll
great.
see a cool video about that.
So we should think about wrapping up, I think. And what is the status? Oh, Allison still hasn't written me back yet.
Right.
Little jerk.
Don't call her
I don't
a bitch,
know why
though.
she's... No, I'm not going to call her a bitch again. That was a mistake. That was a joke. It was a joke, actually.
Just joking.
But that might be why she's not writing me back now, because she usually watches the show every week. And when I called her a bitch, she probably decided, like, I was going to talk to him, but now I don't.
So we haven't heard from Allison, we haven't heard from Scott, and we haven't heard from Brett.
No, not yet, but that's okay. We're working on them. Yes, from Steve's Hot Dogs in St. Louis and from The Urge. Oh, it's going to be so fun. I actually went to high school with them, so I'm sure we're going to have some good stories to talk about. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm ready for Michelle McBride's interview as well.
Me too.
We can do it Zoom. We could do it Zoom.
We could do it Zoom, but I'd rather just go see them.
I'd like to do it in person.
Yeah, or they can come up here. It's your turn.
Okay, I've got to go pee and.
Is this the pee bounce? Is it pee pee bounce?
Yeah, like I am.
It's the pee bounce.
Woo-wee. I cannot. All right, I gotta go.
He's
Tara
gotta
can
go.
say goodbye to you.
I will say goodbye to you guys.
And tell you how you can send us money.
You can send us dough if you like what we're doing. There's
Love
so
you.
many of you
Bye.
are patrons already, and we love you so much. Thank you very much for being a patron. If you wanna become a patron, you can go patreon.com/unsungdreamers. If you want to send us some dough one time or whatever, or just periodically on your own without it being an automatic thing, we've got PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. It's all up there on the screen. We appreciate it very, very much. We want to thank Bob Heil again for sending us these microphones. What a sweetheart, and it's really awesome. That's why the Heil Sound logo is on this page now. He is an official sponsor of the Unsung Screamers, Unsung Dreamers, and we appreciate him very much. Email us. Check out our website. We've got a website with a bunch of information. Our shop, if you want to buy some stuff. If you want your own hashtag for Justice for Cuddles t-shirt, go there. But there's all kinds of other stuff. And I got to get koozies up there. I'm going to get koozies up there. I promise. I will get them up there very soon. I might even sit here and do that while we're sitting here. So, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, and Jared says my mic is doing it too, so maybe I'm too close as well. They need 18 inches. 18 inches. That's what she said. Tara gets to talk when Dan goes pee. That is right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Check out Monday Morning Medication Monday morning, and Rico's interview drops next week. Also, or tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow, I should say. Tomorrow, Rico Samuel's interview drops tomorrow. Patrons, you already get to listen to it. You get early access and you get extra stuff. So that's another benefit of being a patron. You get a little stuff, little extra stuff. So we will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the well wishes for my dad. And we will see you next time. You guys are awesome.